I had some self-confidence issues. I actually had some self-esteem issues when I was starting. I felt like whatever I was doing. Hi guys, this is the Melanin King and welcome to the Melanin King channel. If this is your first time to be here, all I'm telling you is karibu sana. If you have not yet done that thing, I'm kindly asking you to please subscribe and turn on that notification button so that anytime I put up a video, you're among the first people to watch. I'm sure you don't want to miss out on anything. Today I have a very exciting yet sad story. Yeah, I just say that I have a very exciting yet sad story. And I don't even know how to start it, but I'm going to start it. I just hope you're going to watch it. You know, when I started my content creation journey, one thing I didn't know is at what point will I get that breakthrough? At what point will I be able to be famous and be known by people and be popular among people? I didn't know at what point will that come. So that was one of the things. And then another thing, when I was starting still, I had some self-confidence issues. I actually had some self-esteem issues when I was starting. I felt like whatever I was doing was very childish and that people would look at it in a way that would be demeaning for me. Let me use the word. That's actually the correct word to use. That would be demeaning for me. I felt like people would look at it and be like, so Nadu, what are you even trying to do? What are you doing? So I would do it for fun, but deep down in my heart, I was telling myself, I'd really want to do this and become famous out of it and make money out of it. That is part of the things I was really thinking about when I was starting content creation. So I started the journey, went ahead, opened a YouTube channel, opened a TikTok account, and here we are right now. So when I got into TikTok, there was a lot of toxicity. There was a lot of negative energy. People were just throwing negative insults to each other here and there. And I could ask myself, can I really survive this? I didn't really know how to go about it because I'm one person who has been brought up not to abuse people, not to make people feel some type of way, not to even insult people, basically. So when I got to the app, I would get some negative energy at first. People would say stuff and it would actually get into me. And I'm so sure even you out there who was trying to get into content creation, probably somebody said a comment and you're like, oh, okay. So did you just say that? Yeah. And it gets into you. And sometimes, or most of the time, 99% of the time, the people will come to tell you stuff are people with pseudo accounts. So you don't even know if these are people who actually know you or it's just a stranger hating on you. But somebody said that 90% of the people who come to attack you on the comment section usually are people who know you. That's why they're there with the pseudo accounts to just to bring you down, basically, make you feel bad and stop doing whatever you were doing. But here it was, a fighter I am. Yeah, always a fighter. So I proceeded, I continued, I told myself, I gotta do this. This is what I wanted. This is what I always wanted. I continued. Though at some point I had to pause for a bit. I was like, this is too much. There's too much hate. Everybody's like, oh, you're being sassy, you're what. This is how God created me, okay? And there's nothing I can do about it. This is how I am. This is who I am. I can't run away from it. If you don't see this, then it means I'm faking, okay? If you don't see this, then that means I'm faking. So recently I went to work, okay? I went for work in Kajiado. And there's a national exercise I usually partake 3 times in a year. That is in April, that August and December. So this was the second exercise I was doing this year. Usually it comes during my holidays. I've told you people previously that I'm actually a teacher. I'm a college teacher. I've done videos telling people that I'm a teacher. I'm a college teacher. I teach college. I did civil. I teach civil engineering. I've said that time and again, but seems like it never gets into people's heads. Or they just never want to figure out or imagine me, myself, as a teacher. Okay, cool. So let's proceed. So I show up for this exercise with my friends, my colleagues and friends. Actually, friend Moniki, because the other one, I don't know if we're friends or we're colleagues or we're just acquaintances. So, okay, cool. So we show up to this place in Kajiado and, well, I'm just there looking for the money, looking for the coin, because let me tell you guys, our content creation has not yet started paying me. You know, it has not yet started paying me. I'm hoping soon, if you guys will subscribe and help me get to 1,000 subscribers, then this is gonna happen. But if you don't, then, well, I'll still have to put on some more effort. Itabidi nitie nguvu na bidii niendelee kufanya kazi ya mkono. Nione kama angalau nitapata pesa. Yeah, but for now, content creation is not paying me. So TikTok has made me so popular, which is something I really like. Popular. Because right about now we're talking about 93,000 followers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 93,000 followers. And you know, there's a time in my life I really admired and desired to have such kind of a huge following. I would ask myself, what exactly do people do for them to be followed this much? And one thing I also never wanted to ever do is do that thing, follow for follow back. I wanted people to genuinely follow me because they want to see what I do and fall in love with what exactly I do. So I'm happy for myself, and I'm really, really proud of myself. Okay, cool. So the popularity that came with TikTok, I have enjoyed it, especially during that time for just give me 1 minute. I need to get rid of the I'm really enjoying the popularity, but at the same time I'm going through a lot. Nobody prepared me for that. I'm going through a lot. And that's why I'm actually doing this video, because tell me why. The other day, like I was telling you guys the story that I went for this walk in Kajiado with my colleagues, and we were having lunch. So we were marking exams. Let me just be very honest on what I do. I'm actually an examiner, something I'm not supposed to say on camera, but unfortunately I just said it. Yeah, so I'm an examiner and we mark exams. So I show up at this Kajiado school, the Merisha school, the beautiful Merisha school, to mark exams, technical exams for colleges. And then during lunchtime, I'm with my colleagues, we sit at the table and we're trying to have lunch. And as we are having lunch, a lady comes and approaches me on this table and she's like, oh, hi. Not even hi. She was like, you're Melanin King, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm Melanin King. She's like, so you're just a teacher? I'm like, okay, so what was I supposed to be? Was I supposed to be an alien or something? You know, she came from a point of, I mean, the way she expressed herself was from a point of demeaning, a point of like looking down on me or something like that. I understand she was surprised to see a TikToker on these streets, on these spaces, but this made me ask myself, are TikTokers not human beings? You know, at the end of the day, I thought I'm human, we all human, we all are made of flesh, blood, and water, bones, and all that stuff. But for her to react that way made me feel some type of way. And that took me again back to reflecting again in my life. Let me tell you guys, you know, there are certain things, I laugh a lot, I joke a lot, but when I go back to the house, I don't know if there's somebody else who does the same thing. When I go back to the house, I sit down to think again about everything that people were saying, you know, in the jokes that they were saying. I have to reflect back and think like, okay, so why did this person say what they actually said? I'm asking myself, so why did she say that? So it means from her own perception or from her own view, I didn't meet up the standards of what she expected of what Melanin King was. And I tried to figure out exactly what do I tell people, what do I show online, what kind of life do I live online. And I'm shooting this, I'm in my house, this is my house, this is where I live, this is where I pay rent. And I don't know, but yeah, this is where I live. If you watch my videos, I take my videos in my house. I shoot my videos in the house. But I never know, and anything I come out here to say is out of what I have actually thought or what I've experienced or what I've seen other people experience, and it's never necessarily from a point of trying to bring people down, trying to show them that, you know what, you're not shit, you know what. But when for her coming to me and her telling me that, oh my God, though you're just a teacher, like I felt really bad. And now I understood why celebrities sometimes can do certain things to maintain certain living standards or to avoid certain places, and that is how they end up putting so much pressure on themselves. Okay, I've had other embarrassing moments, I'm going to share them, but I wouldn't really call them embarrassing moments. I think I'd call them fun moments, because what? Okay. So yeah, so after she leaves, she didn't even say hi. She didn't even be like, oh, it was nice to meet you. Oh, I like what you do. Oh, I don't like what you do. You know, I don't invalidate contrary opinions. So basically, if she told me I like what you do or I don't like what you do, I would still have been okay with that. But the fact that she didn't even greet me, she just came to like just look down upon me and then go back, that really made me go back to do a lot of self-reflections. And I was like, oh my God, I still have a long way to go. And nobody prepared me. Nobody prepared me that, you know, at some point, if you ever become famous, this is what you'll face. Some people will look down upon you and some people will be proud of you. But it's cool. I think that is life. Okay, cool. So that is just one of the stories. And then, like I was telling you, my friends even made me realize that, okay, this has happened, but don't worry. It will happen a lot, maybe, until you're able to find a spark for your life, or until you're able to be where you want to be. It's gonna be like this maybe for some time, and it's a very bitter pill to swallow, but well, that's the reality. So, well, we live life the way it is. So the next the next moment, I think I should call it an embarrassing moment or a fun moment. I was in Juja. I went to meet up with Belgian, my guy, and when I was with him, he said, because he was supposed to travel the next day to Kisii. We were traveling together to Kisii together with the wife. So we were traveling to Kisii. So he was going to do some shopping in Juja. So I went to his house in K Road, and then we boarded this metro bus. Yeah, we boarded this metro bus. And when we got into it, unfortunately, or fortunately, it was unfortunately, because the bus was full. So people were standing. So, okay, so we get in, and then I realized that this is not the first time I'm boarding these matatus to Juja or to K Road and having people notice me in that bus. So I tell him, since this bus is so full, I'm so sure there'll be somebody, one or two people, who will be able to figure out that this is actually me. So I tell him, I want you to stand and cover me up. Then guess what happens? Oh my God. There's a lady who is seated just close to the entrance door where I'm standing, and she could hear me tell him that. I think she heard me saying that. Or if she didn't even hear, it's okay if she heard, if she didn't hear. But immediately I was done telling that to him, that he should stand and cover me up, this lady goes ahead and calls me. She's like, "You're Melanin King, I know you from social media." I was like, oh my God, I thought I was trying to cover myself up. Oh, okay. And as if that was not done, the lady next, behind the seat behind her, saw me and started laughing, but her laugh was not from a point of, she was just like, oh my God, I know, I feel you, bro. Like, I know you and I understand your frustrations. I know. Yeah, we're doing this together. Who uses matatus? It's the poor people, So yeah, anyway, I alight, and funny thing is, where I was alighting is where one of these people who could be able to recognize me was also alighting. I don't know if that's a cute thing. But yeah, so I alighted and then bought whatever I was buying, and then came back, bought the matatu, and then came back home. So I don't know how I feel about right now. How I feel about content creation is wild. It's crazy. I love the fame that comes with it. I love the popularity, but I don't love the fact that fame does not necessarily equate to money. And so for a very long time, I used to tell people, if you're famous, why are you not able to translate that back to money and It's not easy. You can be famous and you're trying to think, how do I convert this to money? It's not easy. Converting your numbers to money, it's not easy. But I'm praying that that's gonna happen soon, right? And it can only happen if you guys help me by subscribing to this channel and increasing the numbers. At least for now, help me get to 1,000. I'm at 961. Just 39 subscribers to hit 1,000. Imagine 39 subscribers to hit 1,000. Can you help me with that, please? Until the next one, I say thank you so much for watching my channel. And next time you meet me up on the streets, please be kind. Be kind. Popular people are also people. Yeah, famous people are people. They are people. They're humans. And I usually tell people I have so many personalities. I have a teacher personality. I have a servant in the church personality. I have a street personality. I have a ghetto personality. I have a cool kid personality. So it all depends with who have you met in the streets. So yeah, let's just be kind. Let's just be human. Let's be kind. Let's treat people with kindness. And yeah, we don't have to make people feel bad about themselves. I thought you should know that. Just be good. Be kind to people. Celebrities are human beings like you. Popular people are human beings like you. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching this video.